start this. What was it like to see Wiggs back, the motion of that, and think he looks pretty good? It looks pretty, comfortable being back.
Yeah, he's one of us. It's like we talked about the whole time. It was, when he came back was the right time, and considering everything he's been through, and we love his presence, the Wiggs smile. Just having him in the locker room was big. I didn't get to see him on the court as much, but it was great to have him back, and to say the least.
And then when he gets his picture up on the big screen, the crowd goes crazy. You guys seem to really enjoy that and see that huge smile from Wiggs.
That's what it's about. Understanding how much he's been embraced by our fan base, by the organization, and that's the love you show your own. And I know there's been a lot of unnecessary conversation around him and the whole situation, and you don't want to really react to everything that goes on, as they say on the internet. But it's just a matter of embracing him and giving him the space to come back and enjoy basketball again and enjoy being around us.
Steph, just to start on Wiggins, your broski, what is it like having him back?
Amazing. It's not much to it.
Seeing his smile, knowing that he's capable of coming back at this point after what he's gone through?
Yeah, I'm glad he took the time that he needed, and we're welcoming him back with open arms, and really excited, good energy, positive energy to have him back. He just is such a bright light, and has such an amazing spirit. It's just dope to be around him, and it's definitely good to have him back in the locker room. That's enough for you?
Jordan, I know you're always super confident in your game, but do you feel like you're hitting a good groove at the right time of the season as you hit the stretch?
Yeah, I would like to think so. Obviously got the job done at home. All these last game matters, or these last couple of games, they all matter. So just trying to lock in as much as possible and put us in a really good position to be successful.
When he and Bob talked to you a little while ago just about your situation, not playing much, that you said, I came to the NBA to develop, not if I wanted to develop in college, I would have done that. And just when did that dawn on you? Is that something you knew already? And that's a pretty mature thing for somebody to say this early in their career.
Yeah, when I was in college, my coach, he had a thing for a lot of grad transfers. So we had a lot of grad transfers that came in, and me as a freshman, I would hear them talk about basketball and talk about the game in ways that I didn't really understand. And it was cool, and I thought I really wanted to. But then later, the more I thought about it, I realized, I'd rather take the time that, because it takes time to learn a game like that. But those 4 years that I could be learning the college game, I'd rather do it in the NBA. So that's what this is, just a developmental process, and trusting that, embracing the role, being where your feet are, and not trying to have too much of an ego or anything, just grinding every day, trying to be the best player I can be.
What was it like then to have these huge productive minutes tonight after waiting a while for something like this?
It was good just to get out there, get to play, get to run up and down the floor, knock down some shots, be in the moment. That's what I've been waiting for. That's what I've been working for.
Moses, what gets you on the court? Is there something happening in practice where coach is saying, all right, you've proved what you needed to prove, or you've earned these minutes?
A lot of times it feels just like situation, last minute decision. KT couldn't play tonight, so next man step up type of thing. So a lot of times it seems like that. We don't, necessarily practice a lot, so you don't got too many opportunities to really just go at it then. But I continuously put my work in for me, not necessarily to impress anybody or to get on the floor that way. I just do it so when I'm on the floor, I'm ready.
Up 79 points in the first half. I can't imagine you were too thrilled with that. What happened defensively in the second half? I think you limited to 49, something like that.
This team is very capable of doing what they did in the first half. I've watched them a lot this year. They're a really good young team, and they're tough to guard because they often have they usually have 4 guys at about 6'7" who can all dribble, pass, and shoot. It's a really impressive group of young players, and Shea is almost impossible to keep out of the paint. So they were hitting everything, and I think they had 21 free throws in the first half too. And we just did a better job in the second half of getting some ball pressure and picking up our intensity.
Steve, when did Clay's back kind of become an issue?
Just right before our walkthrough. So,
okay.
Yeah, it was late, totally unexpected.
Okay.
It just flared up.
You got a great lift. I mean, Moses, Dante, your backcourt guys gave you a lot, even without him. How important was that? Moses, a stretch there in the third, and just those guys doing their thing.
Moses and Dante off the bench were both huge. Moses, I can't say enough about this young guy, the way he has prepared and worked, and he's so mature. And over the last couple of weeks, you could really see the improvement and the confidence and the strength around the basket. And, I think I told you guys this, but when I talked to him, Bob and I talked to him a couple months ago and asked him how he was doing with not playing much. And he said, look, I chose to develop in the NBA, not at Arkansas. If I was at Arkansas, I'd be playing. But I chose to develop in the NBA, and this is part of it. It's like the most mature answer I've ever heard anybody give. But that's who he is. He's just a really mature young guy, and he gets it. There's a lot to learn, and but he puts in the work. He puts in the time. He's got an incredible attitude, and the work is paying off, and he's getting better. And tonight he was one of the keys to the game.
Steve, how do these fourth quarter comebacks, second half comebacks, you guys have had a lot of them this year at home, after slow starts, how do they affect the aging process?
To be honest, I age a little bit more on the road, believe it or not, Monty. No, it's so much fun to play at home in front of our crowd. We have such a connection, with what has happened here over the last decade, and I think we thrive off of the energy in this building and in front of our fans, and you can see the competitiveness, the force that comes from Draymond and Steph, Looney, the guys who have been here a while. They understand. These games take a long time. 48 minutes is a lot of basketball, and with our ability to get stops, and then how that translates to guys like Steph.